Hello. So we are back Thursday morning, and let's fix something. Okay? We have a tablet. The problem with this tablet, plug in the charger like usual, you know the story, and it's taking no power, nothing. It's just that. Now, before you start this kind of job, like any tablet, this is just an advice because you will end up, let's say, replacing a charging port, and you realize actually your board is dead. Yeah. So before that, charge the battery and see if the tablet is working. Like on this case, this is a Samsung. It's a Samsung probably Tab A 2016. Yeah, but doesn't matter. All batteries are the same. Okay, so let's check the battery voltage. Uh, with the other multimeter. And the battery voltage is 0. You can see on the meter. So I have ground. You can get ground from any metal thingy. Yeah. Yeah, plus. I can see here on the connector you have 3 pins connected on the plus and 3 on the minus. So you can do something like that on any tablet, like any, before repairing. Okay, so you can see. So check that, yeah. So what do we have? We have 3 tracks together and 3, yeah, 3 and 3. As you can see here, they are using like 3 tracks to carry more current. Okay, so that's the explanation. So you have 3 here and 3 here. You see, this is a resistor connected to ground. So I believe probably the power measurement chip is checking the, 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 the drawing current or the charging current from this resistor. So probably from here are 2 wires which are going to another chip, yeah? But just ignore that because this is minus clearly and this is plus. So coming with the power supply, the voltage is not really important. It's important to don't go over like 5 volts. So let's say your battery is dead. Your battery it will disconnect in the time you charge the battery. If you have, let's say, like 10 volts, you can burn the board. Usually it's not happening, like battery to disconnect. So you can either charge the battery here and the current, set up the current like 2 amps. Nothing can go wrong with 2 amps. If you charge like few minutes, yeah? So let's say minus plus, and it's charging with 2.4 amps. You see, I'm using 2.4 because 2 amps, 2.4. This is a big battery, can get in even up to 3 amps. Okay, so I will use the ground from anywhere. You know, it's more easy to stick the ground on a metal and okay. And now we are charging the battery with 2.4 amps. The voltage is a reflection of how charged is the battery, how good is the battery, and this battery is very good. So look, let's take it 2 amps. Yeah, so 2 amps, and on the other side we have 3.9. So on the point we have on the other side 4.2. The real voltage of the battery, if we are taking out the power supply, should be around 3.6 volts. Okay, so let's see if we are right. We are charging the battery with 2 amps, yeah? Let's wait 1 minute, okay? We still have 3.9. Okay, let's raise the current. 3 amps, 3.5 amps. Let's just hurry up the things. because it's a big battery. Actually, you start two batteries here. Now this is a beginner tutorial how you can check the things. Remember the battery was like 0 volts? Actually it was not 0, but probably the voltage was too low and the electronic board from the battery disconnect the cells. Just to prevent them over discharging. Okay, let's see now. 2 amps. With 2 amps we have around 4.13 volts. So let's check with the multimeter the real voltage there. With the multimeter. We are like 3.4. Okay, it's still, so that's the real voltage. So you have to charge a little bit more. Let's raise the current just to hurry up the process. You know the video from yesterday? I'm really happy I seen on the comments people actually they're running a shop. And actually I got an email from a gentleman. And you know, the way I'm fixing hinge with hot glue, I never think, okay, there are probably hot countries and the glue situation, the glue fixing thing, it will not work. And that's the truth. He said, you know what, I can't use hot glue because it's a hot country. So I have to order and replace the parts. And yeah, I understand that. The thing is, like any solution can work or not work for you, or can work for another person but not for you. Yeah, but that's it's a big world. Some countries are very hot, but you know what? I have at home some hot glue, which I cannot melt it like normally, like let's say with a lighter. So I have to use I have a big heat gun, and I'm using that to melt that hot glue. I believe you can find some hot glue which is melting on higher temperature. I really understand trying to be a pro. But it's hard to be a pro when you have like 100 shops around you doing the same thing. It's hard because if you all not do it cheap, the other shops they will do it cheap. Okay, let's see. So what kind of voltage? With 2 amps. With 2 amps we have like 4.3. Let's see the voltage. Because the tablet it will not come on. You have to have like 3.6 there. So the voltage is 3.6. Close, yeah? 3.6. So we should be able to power up this tablet. And this apply on any tablet, okay? And it's coming on. So the tablet is good, okay? Now let's unplug the battery just to shut down the tablet. Okay. And let's check again with the charger. And it's still not charging, it's taking no current. Reading the current, it's a skill. And the current can tell you a lot of things about your device. So it's still not charging. The charging port looks good. And already I checked. I checked already, yeah? So check here. I don't know, looks like some, I don't know, liquid damage, maybe? Maybe. I'm not sure. Or I don't know. Looks weird, yeah? Let's clean it and check again. Petrol. If we have to replace the charging port, we will replace the charging port. Yes. You know what? I want to see if all 4 pins are there. And you know what? I can see only 1 pin. All pins are there. No, all pins are there. That's strange. That's strange. Still nothing. So I believe we have to open the board and see what's going on there. Okay? Please no one open this board. We can see the thing is over these ribbon cables. First, let's take out the battery. The digitizer. The jack. We have the Wi-Fi antenna. Or 3G, whatever it is. You know, I'm just curious, yeah? Because I can take some time, yeah? Like extra time just to be in the shop just for the video, yeah? Not like not on my working schedule, yeah? And do some video for let's say if you are a beginner. What kind of video you like? That's the question. Huh? What do you think? Wow, this looks like liquid damage. So check here and on the port. Let's have a look at the port. The problem is the pins are soldered. You can see the pins. The pins are soldered, but based on how the port looks, probably something wrong inside. So I will say, you know what? Let's find Let's find another port because most likely the pins from inside it's either are missing. I can't see them. Either are missing or are damaged. I mean, if I will be to sacrifice some time, what kind of not repairs? What kind of tutorials you want to go through? Or how I should do? I should create like a vote on the community. But no, because I have to put some option if I want your opinion. Like what you don't understand. What the most people don't understand regarding the electronics. If I will be to ask me, what was hard for me to understand? You know, let me tell you a secret. Because I don't feel bad. You look, if I will be to choose one more time to live my life, I will choose I will do exactly same. I will choose same way. And people ask, sorry, what school did you finish? And the thing is, I have no school, like no electronic school. So what did I didn't like the school, so I'm really sorry. I didn't like the school. But from what reason? So actually I was so poor at the school. But I was interested in science and electronics and science. And when I was young, I've been more on the chemistry side, chemistry and mechanics. And on that time was no internet, so the only way to learn is taking the books from library. So I was so deep involved on this because I was going like every day. You can take only three books max you can get. So getting every day to the library, and I was getting free books. Yeah, like every day, no exception. On some point, the woman working there told me, "But you really read that books? You know, if you take like every day free books." And yeah, I was reading them. So I finished my how is here primary, secondary, and then I go to the primary, secondary, and I failed to go to the college. It was like exam, and I failed. And I choose I don't know the English name, a technical school. On my word, a professional. Yeah, that's how it's called, professional, which they will teach you a profession. So that was the I think was the first school what I like because I was doing only mechanics. So I learned a lot of mechanics and materials, like every materials and technology, composition, and yeah, that's what I like. I did like it, and then I go 2 years on the college, and I finish my college, and that's the point when I stop with the school. Of course, on this time, doing like electronics every day, like every day. I loved electronics, like at home. Like I was building things. I have my desk. I have a lot of components. So that's how I learn myself. Because I seen based on the comments and the people email me, they think, and this is wrong. They think if you don't have a school, you can't be successful. You can't be good, or I don't know. But I think the system has to be changed because they will teach you a lot of things, and which you don't need them. Like I don't want to learn that. I want to go on that direction because I love to learn that. So I don't know. I don't. It's weird. I can't. I can't speak about this because I have my coffee, no sugar again. But Romania was in communism, yeah, before. So in the communism, everyone works. You can't be unemployed in communism. Yeah, they will find you. You have no job, they will give you a job. That's how it was there. So when I was in secondary school, they will force you. I don't know if they will force you. I didn't mean forced. They will put you to choose like a hobby you like. Yeah. So you can go. Let's say you can go and after school club. Sorry, after school club. That was the name. After school club. And you have to. You can choose like planes. RC planes, chemistry, photography, art, electronics, uh, karting. Yeah. And you'll believe I choose electronics. No, I choose karting. When I go there one day, and one day, 3 hours, I just write things, about engines, and the second day I didn't go anymore. So I go to electronics, and I really loved electronics. That was the point when I really stuck with the electronics. But no, I was no secondary. No, sorry, I was in primary school. It depends what primary means. I was like 10 years old, something like that. 10, 11, something like that. Then listen to me, yeah. So I get so involved on this in the electronic after club. I was going like every day, and I go on the competition. But I was a little, no, I was like 14 years old. 14, yeah, like 14 years old. I go on the competition, and the competition was designing a board, yeah. So you have the schematic, and you have to design the board, the trucks, yeah, on the board. But the rules was not to jump trucks. Yeah, that was based on that. You get the, you know what I mean. And it was like a chip there, and I don't know, I don't remember exactly. And I took the first place. Yeah, from my county, like how is here Essex. It's a county, same there. So I choose the first place. I earn my first place designing that board. I was so proud. Okay, let's replace that board. So one more time, the school can, I think it can give you like general knowledge. And believe me, you need general knowledge if you are not self-learning. If you are a self-learning, probably you don't need school. But if you are not that kind of guy, like self-learning, then school can teach you a lot of about the world, about everything. I don't know. I think everyone is different, so I can't say. But sometimes the people leave comments, and actually I see myself on the comments. I seen yesterday a guy from France. Yeah, he left a comment. He said, "Look, Sorin, I have I have the shop. Then I have the hobby, and I have these hobbies, and I have no time." And and I see myself, and yeah, I know the story. I know how it is. I know how it is. Actually, never having time for anything. Okay, this is the charging port. Never having time for anything. Let's remove this old port. But I think the first step to move forward is to learn about the relationship between current, voltage, and resistance, because everything is about that. I think this is the most important step. As soon as you learn this, you will really start to understand how the things works. And you will be surprised. Actually, I'm not sure how many people understand this relationship like properly, because when I made that video with the power supply, you remember? So I have to do actually the second video, because I got so much hate on that video with the power supply. You remember I bought a power supply and I said, you know what? Let's take out the current limit. No, the short circuit protection. Let's remove the short circuit protection. Okay? So I will show you how to remove the short circuit protection so you can use the power supply like me, like shorting, and actually I can draw the current. You see, I can adjust the current. Yeah? And the power supply arrived. And when I touched the things, was doing exactly the same thing like my power supply, like this. And I was shocked. I say, like, I didn't understand. Like, I bought the power supply. On the description was saying um, um, short circuit protection. Yeah, but this is not short circuit protection. And actually, 99 of the comments from that video is saying, "Sorry, you are wrong. This is the short circuit protection. So actually, you short this, and look, the voltage goes down, the current goes up. That's the short circuit protection." But it's not. You know, this is the current limit. It's not short circuit protection. So actually, I had to make that second video, and I carry my power supply from home. And trust me, that power supply is like 50 kilos, 15 kilos, to show, to make that second video and show them, look, this is a short circuit protection. Yeah, that's a current limit. So yeah, I think this is important to understand the relationship between voltage, current, and resistance. Okay, so we remove the charging port, the old one. What is the? Oh, okay, it's here. So we can solder the charging port from the back like usual. I can come with the heat from the back or from the front. You know, even from the front, you can do it. I think. If we are not melting the, if we are not melting the port, well, let's see if we can do it from the top. Yeah, we can. So we solder the port. Now the other comments which I read yesterday video, someone asked, "Sorry, you are the owner?" No, I'm not. But the relationship which I have it with the owner is I'm owning whatever I'm doing here. Yeah. So my jobs with my price, yeah, with my diagnostic, we might choose to fix them. So we don't really have nothing in common. Like I'm on my things here, he's with his things somewhere. He's not here, it's always in we have another shop, then we have so I'm really my own boss on what I'm doing here on my desk. But we are friends, yeah, so it's not like a employee boss relationship. No, we are friends. Well, don't get me wrong, if I will be, let's say, we can do a challenge. We can open tomorrow another a shop, and I'm sure it will work. But I don't want to, because like a boss, the boss always will work more compared if you are an employee. And trust me, I had my business like over 8 years, my own business, back in Romania. And yeah, the boss always is working harder compared with anyone. So plug in the charger, we can see the board start drawing current. You can see. Obviously it's a little current because we don't have the battery, but most likely it will work. The biggest reason why I don't want to have my business here in England, if I'll go back to Romania, I'm 100% sure I'll have my business, but not here. And the main reason is I cannot deal with bad people. I cannot deal with them. Like when I say bad people, it's like that guy which we have his laptop here. You remember I told you about his laptop? So he fixed a hinge in January, and he come back like 6 months later. Yeah, 6 months later, complaining his shift key, his right shift key is not working, and he expect the keyboard to be replaced. And it's a Lenovo keyboard, Lenovo ThinkPad laptop. You know, I cannot deal with this kind of people. I can't do it. Always when we have these kind of customers, I call the owner, you know, just deal with him. He is proper British. He knows to speak with them. So I don't know. But this is over me, you know. I can't deal with this kind of situation. Because obviously it's outrageous to tell me we fix a hinge and you come back with a keyboard with 6 months later with the shift key is not working. One shift key, yeah, one shift key. And you tell me we made that key faulty. Yeah. So we fixed that hinge and this key, the shift key from the keyboard. A keyboard is a device you cannot open. Yeah, you cannot damage, you cannot fix it. It's either working or not. Or you can damage by water damage. So this kind of situation, I can't deal with them. Because it's outrageous and I'm getting angry quickly. And when I'm getting angry, I just leave. And you know, and we have another case like a few days ago. Hold on, yeah, let's connect the charger. Let's see. So connecting the charger, pay attention on the current. It should be over 1 amp. Yeah, if it's over 1 amp, we done the job. If not, and it's not over 1 amp. So you see right now, you'll say, sorry, you done the job. The tablet is charging with 3%, it's taking current. No, the current is 0.4. Yeah, that's not a job done. No way. Yeah, so this is a fail. Okay, should be over 1 amp. Probably with 0.4 it will even charge up, but very slowly. Now it's 0.3. No, this is not a job done. This is a fail. So we fail somewhere. So where did we fail? Because we replaced the port. 1.3. You can see 1.3. Let me clean the port. That's the downside when you are replacing the port with the heat from the top of the charging port. Because you can melt a little bit of plastic. I don't know, the pins can get moved inside of the port. Who knows? Let's clean it. Or maybe my cable. Maybe my cable is just dodgy. You know what? I believe my cable because I did have some problem with my cable and I don't have another one. When you are fixing things, you have to use original genuine cables. And I don't have another genuine cable which is able to carry like up to 2 amps. It's 0.4, so it's not charging. Let me try with a different cable. I have some copies cables. They're not genuine. Let's see this one. It's a brand new cable. And it's not working. How that happened? That's why I'm telling you, important is what you see here, not what is saying on the tablet, you have the charging sign and yeah, you are okay. No. It's about what the current from here is telling you. The current is speaking with you. Let's have a look and let's resolder the pins. I didn't check. Yeah, I should check. Wow, that's bad. Sorry. That's bad. That's really bad. That's a bad job. Actually, it's not a bad job. Sorry. It's a very bad job. A very bad soldering job. But usually I change the charging post from the back. Let's wait for the solder iron. Yeah, so every pin is soldered properly. This time I'm 100% sure. Let's check just to be sure, but I'm sure it will charge. But back on that time, yeah. So back when I was young, starting from like 15 years old, I was going. So 15 years old, I had my bag, and I was going on the people houses fixing things like TVs, like you know. Then when I was 17 years old, I got hired in a proper big factory, like big, yeah. And we are on a small department fixing. Um, some CNC, keeping the service on some CNC machines, some German products. They are based on the Z8080 processor, if I remember. Anyway, our job was the big voltage regulators, and the motor from that regulator was so big, was like, how big can I say? Like half of a car, like that big. Like like you see a car, half of the car, that was the motor. And the thyristors were thyristor based, yeah. The thyristor was like my hand, yeah. That and it has like six thyristors. I think was no, because it was on three phase. Yeah, six thyristors. Or three on a yeah, three. Yeah, six. No, 6 or 9. I don't remember. And the driver of that MOSFET was like a thingy with 4 boards full of 741. You remember that operational amplifier 741? So everything was built with that chip. 741 was a lot of 741 chips there. And the motor has on the end a Tahoe generator, and that's how the speed was controlled by that Tahoe generator. That was one of the things which I was fixing. The next things was some professional, like industrial um, distance reader. Yeah. So let me explain how it was with CDB chips. Was with CDB chips, and you have big like boards like that, big like meters. And the board was all with this kind of truck. Was one truck going like that, yeah. And then you have a reader over this thingy, and was reading precisely the distance. And most of the faults was on this thingy where the truck get interrupted, and you have to find exactly where it's interrupted and rebuild it. Okay, but my main thing, like a like a new employee, yeah, my thing, and that was a nightmare. Trust me. I'm not sure if the English name is right. What was called, like in direct translation from Romania, was electro erosion. I'm not sure if that's the English name. So basically, it was a pad with a copper element and was creating shape on a metal with sparks, yeah, with high frequency voltage and current and a precisely form of the current, yeah. No, wave shape. Sorry, wave shape. Yeah, and that was insane. The machine was so old. It was full with CDBs. Yeah, but the only way to diagnose that machine was using logic logic probe. You know, when you have three LEDs, 0, 1, or undefinite state. That was my thing. Hmm. That was a nightmare. And I worked there probably like 5 years, and I learned a lot of things when related with the industrial electronics, especially the electrical, because you have a lot of electrical parts like relays and reading the diagram, and the diagram are like pages and pages of diagram. Okay, let's see, it's charging. Where is my old cable? 0.6 and 1.2 amps. You can see 1.2 amps. That does mean now it's charging okay. Yeah, now it's okay. Now we you can say, yeah, the job is done. 1.5 amps. You can see 1.5. Now the job is done. Because my colleagues, they take the charger plug. Oh, look, it's charging because you have the charging sign. But that's wrong. You can't check like that. You have to see exactly the current. Yeah. Okay. So that was the story with the electronics. Then after I work there, I go to the army, and they will ask you, what do you know to do? Well, I know to fix TVs. I know electronics. And okay, you go to the communication. So I made the army on the communication. So if I will be to live one more time, I will choose exactly the same way. But one more time, and I will tell you one more time, and I told you before, the most nicest part from my life when I was young and I was building whatever I want. And I played a lot. I play a lot, like building, like anything. Like if I remember, was like a move with audio amplifiers and speakers. Then you have equalizer, and it's not like in these days. You know, when you have electronics equalizer, you have to do it manually. Loudness correction, and we had we had the cassette players. Actually, it's going behind. First, we have the round thingy. What's the name? The vinyl players, yeah. Then the big tape players, yeah. I'm not sure if no, I'm not sure about the English name of that. Then the cassette players, and then we have the TVs. The first was the valve TVs, then the black and white with transistors, then the color TVs, but only with transistors and thyristors. If you know that age. But there, I learn a lot, especially on the TVs. On the TVs, it's was so complicated. So you have the power supply, yeah, but just ignore the power supply, yeah? Just ignore it. Then you have the high frequency voltage, and on that time was made with thyristors. I don't think it was fast transistors. So the fastest devices were the thyristors, and you have two thyristors, and then you have the high frequency transformer. Then you have a things with diode and capacitor. This is tripling the voltage. I don't know the English name again. So for the young people, you can't go there. So on that time you can fix anything. Yeah, and these days you can't fix nearly nothing. Basically, what I can fix here, the charging port. I can, the best case scenario, I can replace the charging IC, but that's all. You can't touch processor, memory, nothing else. Yeah, like on the laptops, we can fix only whatever is related with the power. But not on that time. That time you can fix anything. So it was just a time question. Yeah, it's about how much time you'll spend on that TV. Because you'll find a problem. So whatever is there, you'll fix it. Okay? So the job is done. It's charging fine 1.5 amps, 5%. Wow, like nearly 1 hour. But it's strange because going forward with the age, you start remember the things from the your childhood. Weird. Well, I remember more the girls. Okay, so I'll stop now. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to the video. Like and subscribe if you like the video. If you don't like it, it's okay, just dislike. But just leave a comment, tell me why. What you didn't like. And you can leave me a comment. And I will count the comments. Trust me, I'm always reading the comments. Just leave a comment with what do you think will be useful for you to learn? Or what part of the electronics it's you know it's looking good for you? Because I want, like how I said, I want to take some time and do some explain some things which most of the people don't understand. I don't know what. Okay, so see you tomorrow, or even today later, maybe if I can find a interesting job, maybe today. Bye.